What kind of gets me is when someone bullies someone and then the bully becomes a cry bully. It really annoys me. We all know about the whole content slop from Ian and his hit piece on Ethan. Now, I've never talked about Frogan on the channel. I've included her in a clip with the Ian stuff, but for my own sanity, I didn't really want to talk about her because I didn't want to talk about someone who doesn't read the room, and she is just really unbearable. And I think I saved a lot of you. Don't get me wrong. I think I saved a lot of you from the coverage, apart from Ian, so I'm sorry for letting you see Frogan there. But today I wanted to break the seal, put myself through the entire video of her crying about stuff and trying to justify her actions. And you might be thinking, Mark, why would you do that? Why would you put yourself through all of this torture to talk about someone no one really cares about? Well, I just wanted to talk about it, and I think now is the time, from her apology or the lackluster video that is absolutely shit. But yeah, let's just jump into the video and talk about it.
Hi, my name is Frogan, and this is the first time I'm ever making a solo YouTube video about everything that has happened the last year and a half. I address everything on my podcast, Arabs, which you can find the link below, but today it's just going to be you and I. I think the content cop was great. You know, I feel like Ian approached it in a way that nobody else does. He approached it with empathy, and, you know, it was supposed to make people feel bad for Ethan.
I think the only people who liked the content cop were people who hate Ethan, who likes Ian, and pretty much people who want to do this to Hassan, and of course his group of friends. The content cop was horrible. It was purely for people to go and attack Ethan and Hila. It was mainly designed for people to go harass them. Now, I don't know if they told Frogan something completely different or she didn't understand what they were actually doing, but the entire video was a hit piece on Ethan. It wasn't the best, and it was really in bad faith. It was trying to paint Ethan in this light where everyone would turn against him and think that he is a loon, where in fact clips weren't told where they were from, and pretty much it was just about as he was angry because CPS were called on him. To have Frogan come along and say that the entire video was really well done, and the fact is that it was meant to show empathy towards Ethan, is absolutely fucking bullshit. She doesn't care about what happened to his kids, or she would have talked about it a lot more and gone over everything that had happened. The whole video wasn't approached with empathy at all. It was approached with the intent to go after Ethan to make him look bad. There were clips in the entire content cop where Ian is being absolutely fucking horrible. He also got together all the people that don't like or hate Ethan, and they all danced around. Can someone explain to me how that is empathy? Or was it the fact that Frogan and the gang were trying to intimidate and humiliate Ethan? If you think this is empathy, you really need a reality check. If this was the case, the people who you are saying are being mean and targeting you and also harassing you are actually being normal to you. They're not even doing anything. I'm going to say this, don't go hate on her, don't go after her. I don't condone any sort of treatment. Unlike Frogan would be like, yeah, I'm happy to attack Ethan just to make Hassan happy.
People tend to dehumanize us and forget that we're living normal people just like you. So obviously, with so much pressure on the internet, both on myself, and I'm sure Ethan can relate to this too, it's fucking hell. It's hard to manage, it's hard to deal with. So I feel like Ian approached it in a way that was more so holding a friend accountable and in a softer way, and wanted to generate empathy for Ethan. Other people don't do that. And I've even said this before, I feel like we need to stick to the basics as to why Ethan Klein deserves to be criticized, and that is for being pro-Israel and trying to deplatform pro-Palestinian content creators. I think it's insane to involve his children and anybody else that really doesn't deserve the criticism. I think Hila deserves the criticism as well too, because she says some batshit crazy things on the podcast as well. And I've said this, and I'll say it again. If you're spewing pro-Israel propaganda, I'm going to call you out about it.
It's not that people dehumanize streamers or YouTubers about random things. It's how you treat others. Wishing soldiers to get PTSD, then tripling down on it and then crying about it later. Don't worry, she talks about the whole thing about the PTSD much later on, and I'll talk about that too. But then to also say you want to bake a cake and reenact 9/11.
Okay, 6250, 9/11 baking stream with Raf and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raf, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake, and we'll make an airplane, and we'll recreate 9/11.
This is something completely fucked up. And what I can gather is that she doesn't like any of this sort of pushback because she thinks that she's this sweet, innocent girl. Frogan and co are just absolutely horrible, horrible people. You've also dehumanized so many people over time that you and your friends are vile and disgusting people. When you were wishing PTSD on people who are fighting for the country while you're just sitting in your chair, eating, begging for money, and being nasty to them, it just blows my mind. People are going to come at you for all of this. And yeah, it does suck. But the fact that you keep doing this shows that you don't really care. The Rising Star just getting more and more shit. If you think that Ian did this in a softer way, then you're completely out of your mind. If you think that was soft, then all the hate that you're getting, Frogan, is absolutely nothing. And you shouldn't be crying or complaining about it. It's absolutely nothing. If you generally found this insane to involve his children, then you should be speaking up more about this with your friends and telling them, no, that's not cool. We need to stop this. You know, we need to make sure this never happens again. But your friend Denims was starting the whole CPS thing and kind of like promoting it and stuff. It's absolutely fucking insane. But you won't do that, will you? You don't want to upset Hassan and you don't want to get on the wrong side of your friends.
I received a text asking to say something nice about Ethan, and to be honest, I thought about it long and hard because I was like, this man does not deserve anything nice from me. But I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. Maybe it'll give me some closure. So I wrote a letter to Ethan and I read it off, and iDubbbz put it in the video, and this was Ethan's reaction to the video.
I bet you would.
I will be reading my letter off because I don't want to sound robotic. H3 used to be the sports for good that I used to watch. I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the inspirations for me to start creating content, so all this has stunk. I hope you really hear this, and I wish you the best.
Listen,
Thank you.
Frogan, she's so dumb that you almost can't be even mad at her.
She did wish us the best in the end. It almost felt like the nicest one of them all.
I think she was the only one being genuine,
Yeah.
actually. So I don't want to, whatever, just Frogan, just chill, okay? Just stop being an idiot and I'll stop talking about you. It's really simple math.
She's also by far the smallest creator of the bunch.
Right.
I mean, is it even like cool that he included her? Like, she's just gonna get more shit for being involved.
It's not cool.
And like,
on his
it's
behalf.
not, it's
he
total-
knows what like this entails.
If you didn't want to wish Ethan and Healer any sort of well wishes or say really nice things, then you could have said no. Look at Hassan. He wasn't in it. He didn't want to do it. So yeah, you could have just said the exact same thing. She doesn't care. She just wants to call out Ethan more and more with the dancing.
Base?
The fact that you had to write a letter and not say what you're feeling is just really shitty. I could imagine it would have been better if it was longer, but the way you're reading it, it's just so boring. Like they forced you to do this. Did they say that you could only be in the video if you were dancing and having fun? And then the main part is that you had to sit down and write something to wish Ethan something where you clearly say in the video you just didn't want to do and you really couldn't do anything. It just shows how much of a shitty person you are. I just kind of wish you didn't actually say anything because this hit piece of Ian's on Ethan was absolutely stupid. You were all going after him. And now when all the mean things are being said to you, you're saying, oh man, I'm being forced to read something I don't want to and I don't feel is okay. If Ethan and Healer wanted to go in harder on you, then they would have. But the fact that the reactions to your letter shows they don't care that you're a small streamer. The one that is only trying to get more followers so they can try and catch up with their friends.
This part made me laugh because it was very tone deaf, and he's acting like half of his content nuke wasn't about me. Half of the content nuke, the entire ending half, was about me. So if I'm so irrelevant and so uncool to include, why the fuck was I in your goddamn video?
When Frogan talks about how the last half of the content nuke was all about her, I was like, nah, that doesn't make sense. I don't remember it. So I went out and checked it out. I found her part in it, and it's roughly 13 minutes. 13 minutes out of an hour and 42. Ah, yes, that is the entire last part. And it's not even near the end, but it's generally not the entire last part, all talking about her. Also, the entire part of it was holding you accountable for all the shitty stuff that you've been saying. So yeah, of course, people are going to do it. Did you think that you were going to get off scot-free? Because I guarantee if they didn't even put you in or mention you, you'd be like, why? I was the rising star of Twitch. Why didn't they talk about me and what I've done? You would have complained either way. I just generally think she doesn't like being called out, and she hates it because there's more eyes on her. And it's not like they're ones being like, hey, we support you and stuff. It's more, we're calling you out for the shitty things you've done. She wants to say shit and get away with it, like those mean bullies in films. Like they say one thing and then they just walk away. It pisses me off so much. It fucking does. As you go through the video, you see her little mannerisms all the time. It just feels like she's like, oh, I got you. It's like each one she is thinking, oh my God, this is it. This is going to be the best one all the time. And that people are going to be like, oh, Ethan is a bad person. And Ian was right. It's just so fucked up.
The next thing I want to bring up are the double standards both Ethan and Hila have for themselves. Let's get started with this clip.
We misspoke. It didn't sound good. We immediately corrected ourselves. You know, that's how mature people do. That's how how you're supposed to handle yourself, isn't it? Like, what more do you want me to do?
I have no problem apologizing and admitting and whatever is needed when things happen.
This was in response to people bringing up how Hila said Yoav Gallant was a great guy, even though he's literally a war criminal and pro-genocide. I'm a live streamer as well. I know being live for hours and hours on end, you can misspeak, and that is exactly what happened whenever I said the thing about the US military. I said it in a way in which I didn't mean it.
This shit legit pisses me off. Instead of owning all of it and being like, yeah, this is my take, I'm sticking with it, you're trying to weasel your way out by saying like, oh, well, Hila said this. And like, you know, why aren't you going after her? Go after her. She said something a lot more worse than me. You should do it. Hila apologized within 24 hours. But you, Frogan, tripled down on this. Misspeaking does happen. But the fact that you went out of your way to say this.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. US military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. But like any other motherfucker, you're joining them. You're like, oh my God, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. Any other motherfucker, you're joining them. You're like, oh my God, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base? Base? Like, am I supposed to be like, I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Base?
Who in the right mind would be like, based? And then laughing at her own stuff. This isn't an oopsie where you had to correct yourself. Man, this entire video just makes her look even worse. And it just makes me think she isn't sorry about anything. All she's doing is just passing the blame or trying to. And being all like, oh, this is all good now. People won't say anything about it. There is no way that she misspoke. There is no way in hell that this happened. She still thinks this and will always think this. You'll fuck up again and we'll be here for it. I thought you wouldn't walk it back since you said this in the clip.
Like, am I supposed to be like, I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Base? And to those who are constantly defending me and having my back, I appreciate you and thank you so, so much. You know, during a time like this, it feels like the damage has been done physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially, but you know, after a year and a half of harassment, it feels very calming that people are actually finally on my side. It's been a nightmare for me.
No one, and I mean absolutely no one, is on your side. The fucking audacity that Frogan thinks this and thinks that everything is fine when it's not. You've been harassing a lot of people over your career. You're just saying this, hoping that people believe you and that everything is okay. It's just so fucking insane. With closing out this video, it just annoys me that Frogan is trying to make herself look like this good person and that she's done absolutely nothing wrong. It's so fucking annoying because she actually thinks that she is in the right all the time. It's just so frustrating. If you put bad shit out there on the internet, then you're going to get talked about. Either way, she's got a lot of dumb takes and all. Frogan will always be the person that wished PTSD on soldiers. She's nasty and vile and isn't even that popular. Why is she out here trying to be so high and mighty, thinking that she's Billy Big Balls and has a big following? This video she put out is just absolutely horrible, and people are seeing you for who you are. Anyway, what do you think about all of this? Do you think that Frogan was in the right or the wrong? Let me know down below in the comments and let's discuss. And while you're down there, why not hit the like button and subscribe? I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so any help would be absolutely amazing. And with that, I'll end the video.